Hi, I wanted to make this video to introduce something that I've been working on. I actually started this a couple months ago and it's finally finished, but I actually wrote a book. Don't fall out of your chair. People that know me know that I'm not a literary genius. This book is a science fiction book. And just to give you a little premise or a little background, the idea came from just chit chatting with my wife about the human behavior, some of these different things. And I thought, what if we had neighbors that were aliens? And then it kind of grew from there. And so the name of my book is actually titled, I think My Neighbors Are Aliens. That's the name of it. And actually, I have that same website. I think my neighbors are aliens.com. And so this is it. It's actually in paperback, or you can get it in hardback as well. So just to kind of give you a heads up, it's a long book. I mean, it's not The Art of War kind of long, but it is 270 pages. It's 17 chapters. And let me just tell you a little bit about the story itself. The story is about a man and wife that the book starts where he is retiring from the FBI. And so he retires from the FBI and he and his wife are pulling out of their driveway, relocating to Raleigh, North Carolina. So they move from Virginia to North Carolina. They move into a nice neighborhood with interesting neighbors. And this retired agent has a challenging and difficult time discontinuing some of the behaviors that he did at his work as an FBI agent. And so there's some intrigue and some mystery and some suspense. There is a fair amount about human behavior, about peculiarities that people exhibit. And it's kind of just an entertaining, fun, recreational read. I plugged the manuscript into a reader where it essentially reads the book to you in a digital voice or an AI voice. And it takes about a little bit around 8 hours to complete the book in terms of length time. Obviously, if you're reading it, it will go faster than that, but that is significant. The nice, interesting thing also about the book is that there's an underlying message. I think as you read it, you'll think a lot about maybe your own behavior, some of your own ticks, some of your own habits, some of the things that you do consciously and unconsciously. There is an underlying theme or a message that is kind of geared around, again, human behavior. It does trigger some self analysis where, as you maybe compare yourself to other people, you might find yourself analyzing where you believe you kind of fit in a spectrum of human behavior. It's fun, it's light, it's entertaining, but there is an underlying message and a theme. There's only a few people that have finished it so far. My brother was anxious to read it when I gifted it to him. He didn't know that I was writing a book, and he was, as anyone will be, pleasantly surprised, because anyone that knows me, again, knows I'm not a literary genius. I think I did the minimum English classes required to graduate with my degree. I didn't spend a lot of time reading. I'm not what I would characterize as a reader in general. I do like to read books about business and about motivation and about self improvement, those kinds of things. But I don't remember the last time I picked up a science fiction book or a fiction book or a science fiction book, which I would characterize this as fiction. However, as you read it, there are some, I won't call them subliminal messages. I would call them, maybe you might discover that there are some truths within the book that you may or may not align with. And so, yeah, I'll just say that. But I can't give you a lot more detail. It's not as though, I mean, full of spoilers. So by going into it in any detail, I would essentially be spoiling it. As I put it together, I just found that writing the book was a lot of fun. I just enjoyed it a lot. For any of you that are curious or interested, this is not a publishing house. This was not done, a publisher didn't buy it and say, well, we'll buy X number of copies. This is what is called a self-published book. So essentially, I wrote it, I published it. I actually named a publishing company, and it's called the Winter Range Press. That's me. I have the website. There's nothing even on the website. So I am the Winter Range Press. And it's published on Amazon. So you can pick it up on Amazon. You can get it in Kindle. You can get it also on Google Play Books. If you want, you can buy it from my website. The website is the name of the book. I think my neighbors are aliens.com. So if you want to buy a book, you would be helping me out to buy it directly off the website, but obviously you're welcome to buy it anywhere you like. Also on the website, let me just give you a heads up. You can pay with PayPal, you can pay with Venmo, you can pay with a credit card. And PayPal, they want to steer you towards opening a PayPal account. But if you add the book to the cart and then scroll to the top of the page, you can see that you can just pay with a credit card. So you can pay with a credit card. And as you click pay, it's going to say, well, start a PayPal account. There's a little slider there, a blue button. Just slide that to no. You don't want to pay with a PayPal account. And it'll allow you to check out with just a regular credit card. You don't have to have a PayPal account. To buy one book, I'm just charging a flat rate. It's $4 and some odd cents, flat rate shipping anywhere in the United States. If you buy two books, then I'll do free shipping. So if you want to gift to a friend, or if you want to call a friend and each of you want to pick up a book and you just want them shipped to one house and you'll share it with your friend, or your friend can pick up their book, whatever you'd like. Any number of quantity, obviously more than one, and I'll pick up the shipping. Oh, what I wanted to say is that on the checkout page, there's a place for comments. If you go to that comments section, and if you want me to autograph the book, just, put please autograph the book. Or if you would like me to write you a message, you can just tell me what you'd like me to write to you, or, just give me some guidance as to what you would like it autographed in the book, or written in the book, or a message in the book, or just signed, whatever you want. Just put that in the message, and my wheels are turning here, so be patient. Anything within reason. So if it's something that I wouldn't mind my mother seeing, then feel free to request that, and I'll be happy to write it. And so anyway, that's the thing. I think my neighbors are aliens.com, and you can buy a book, paperback or hardback. And if you buy more than one, I'll pick up the shipping, and that's where we're at. Thank you for hanging out with me and watching this video and letting me talk to you about a debut authorship, debut book, debut self-publishing, all those things. And this is a first. And, I've kicked around the idea of extending the story. As a matter of fact, I have a couple of websites already reserved for a potential book 2 and book 3. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this one's received. And you know what? Worst case scenario is I had so much fun writing it, I could just write it anyway. And so that's where I'm at. Anyway, thanks again. Catch you later.